day-to-day basis drive a car or drive? All right, pretty much most of us. And how many of us have ever been on a plane? Most of us too. All right, now if I asked how many of us were more afraid of being on a plane than being in a car, how many would respond yes? So you guys are more afraid of being in a car?
Yeah.
All right, well, statistically speaking, you should be more afraid of being on a plane. Because according to the article, Is Air Travel Safer Than Car Travel?, published by USA Today in 2008 by author Aurelio Locsin, a journalist, states that 1 in 98 people die of a car accident yearly, and whereas to 1 in 7,178 people while on a plane. And those pretty weird stats, you know. And so it is important to know about planes because they're a resourceful means of transportation, and we should know and be aware of the benefits of using them. And I myself am a mechanical engineer here at Cal State LA, but with a big interest in aerospace engineering. So that is why I wanted to talk about planes. And so after hearing about information on planes, you will have a better understanding of them and are motivated to travel more with less fear. So now I'll go to, firstly I will talk about planes and the history about planes, and then I will go on to planes today, and then I will conclude with future advancement in technology in planes. So first, the two people who were very responsible for the big advancement in planes was the Wright brothers. They first invented a glider in 1902, which is, well, that one right there. And they later, but they weren't satisfied with that invention. They wanted to develop their own plane, which they later did. And they invented the plane on December 17th, 1903. And according to airandspace.si.edu, a website from the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, on that day they did 4 flights. And the first was 120 feet for 12 seconds. And the second one was 175 feet, the distance. And the third was 200 feet in 15 seconds. And the fourth flight was whooping 852 feet distance in 59 seconds. So they were very amazed with these stats, with these results, because it gave them faith on the future advancement of planes. And so now I just discussed about planes and the history, and now I'll talk about planes that we have today in our society. So airplanes in today's society have so much new technology to be more efficient. Most of the mechanical controls in planes are being now replaced with electronic ones. As you can see here in the cockpit, it's mainly all electrical, whereas to before it was more mechanical, people actually having to do so much. And over the years, technology has increased vastly with flight simulators, autopilot, radar, and GPS, and these are all a big part of planes and how they're more safe, because a pilot would get more experience through flight simulators and to know what to do in certain situations. And as to autopilot, where they're being just in the air, and it's easier for them and safer for the passengers. And radar and GPS just letting them know where they are and how to get around certain things. So now that I talked about planes in our society today, I will now talk about the future advancement in plane technology. So the main point in plane that they're trying to do with planes is making them lighter, and this is something that interested me a lot because it might be something that I will be working on in the distant future. And to the article Changes in the Air, published by Technology Quarterly on September 3rd, 2011, they were stating that airlines are changing like necessities on the plane to lighter ones, like making entertainment kits like being just like an iPad or something. I read something about towels. I can't really remember it right now off the top of my head. Sorry for that. And but also engineers are trying to make planes lighter with using like less metal and more plastic like material to make it more durable. But the difficulty there is with making them like safe to be up in the air, and also making them slippery. And once I first read this, it was kind of odd, but as I read, it talked about how making them like coating them with a certain material, with a certain thing, and it would make them more aerodynamic and less fuel consumption. So that's something that's also happening. So in conclusion, I hope that now you've heard more information about planes, you have a better understanding of them. And so firstly, I talked about planes, the history of planes, and planes today in our society, and finally about the future advancement in technology. So next time that you guys arrive at a airport, just be safe, just be glad that you arrived there safely on a car, and know that the rest of the ride is smooth from there. So thank you.